Oh, you know, it's reminiscing, going through these old yearbooks. ESMS, 1993, 1994. Back in the days of being an edgy middle schooler. Just want to read this one little passage that I wrote right here under favorites. Favorite radio station, Power 106. The Baker Boys in the Morning Show. Roll call. Favorite brand name, Maui, Stussy, Massimo. Got that 3D shirt. Favorite male singer, Master Ace, Born to Roll. Favorite sport, Pogs. What's up, fellas? It's your boy Ryan J. So I'm gonna do a little vlog right now. I don't tell this this story so often because it was an incredible time, an incredible journey, but at the same time it was one of my biggest losses. And it's hard. I try to put this time behind me, but I think the world needs to hear the tale of the Pog Master. So let's take a journey back to the year 1993. Oh, hold on. I got a page right now. Let's see. I got a flannel on. Gotta have a flannel. Let's see. Oh, shit. It's my mom. She's paging me 911. I'm gonna have to jump on my bike and go to a payphone and put a quarter in the payphone to call her up, probably to find out what time is dinner. Yeah. eBay. So look, 1993. Let's see. The music of the day, Ace of Base, The Sign was the biggest album in the world. Coolio, Fantastic Voyage. What do we have? Ice Ice Baby, Poison, MC Hammer, Too Legit to Quit. Whoop, There It Is. Basically when hip-hop was in its prime. Dyno VFR bikes, GTs, Mongoose, with pegs on the front and the back. And, of course, them Pogs. The most popular fucking item in 93 and 94. If you were in, I was in the 7th grade. If you were middle school, around, I don't know, 4th grade to in high school. Pogs were as big in 93 and 94 as memes are today. I'm going to explain how to play Pogs, and I'm going to tell you my story of how I ended up going all the way to the World POG Championships at Disneyland, and ended up taking 4th place. It was pretty good. I got cheated. I went all the way to the finals, semifinals, and I was playing against a guy. I was 13, or I was 14 at the time because it was 94 at the end of this POG journey. And I was playing against a guy who was like 26 years old. And I believe that he knew the security guard. And there's a move in Pogs called tiddlywinks, which is basically where I'm going to explain what a slammer is and what Pogs are. But you basically take a slammer and you flip the other Pog over. And apparently at Disneyland, tiddlywinks was illegal because they were playing by the International POG Federation of America's official rules. So the security guard disqualified me. And I ended up getting a t-shirt that said fucking finalist. And I got a Disneyland slammer and some Pogs. I'll show you them. They're collector's items now. Worth quite a bit on eBay. But I'm not going to be giving those up. Those will be with me till the grave. But yeah. Official Disneyland slammer with the That's my runner-up prize. But if I hadn't got ripped off, I would have took third, and I would have put me into the super finals in Orlando, and I would have been competing to be the #1 Pog Master in the world. So anyway, I feel like I was ripped off about that, but I'm going to tell you the tale of how I ended up becoming so good at Pogs. I only have a few left. This is my small little collection right here. You can see these are some porn Pogs. You know what I'm saying? Got some nice titties on there. You kids are lucky today. Fucking, 8 and 9-year-old kids, you guys got Pornhub on your smartphones. You can look at pussy anytime you want. When I was 13, all we had was the fucking Spice Channel, and it didn't even come in clear until you watch it at like 3 in the morning, and it's still just green swizzly lines. You might be able to make out a nipple. Or we had Pogs, like these that have bikinis, and there were some porn Pogs. I used to have the ones that actually showed pussy, and you could show nipples and stuff like that. And but that was our porn. So, you kids are lucky. You guys got Pornhub on your phone, as long as your parents unlock the fucking parental controls, which, that's not hard to do. So anyway, I'm gonna tell you what Pogs are right now. Pogs are these they're like, I'm gonna get down on the floor for this. So Pogs are they're like made out of cardboard, and it's a gambling game, and that's why it became so popular, because it was for keeps. And these aren't cheap, 50 cents a piece. You could go into the store, they have like 50-cent Pogs, 75-cent Pogs, or you could buy like a case of Pogs like this of 50 or 75 for $5, $10, and then they had the big cases with like, you could buy 1,000 Pogs at a time for like 20, 30 bucks. So parents were spending a lot of money, and kids would bring these to school, and let's say like you had some Pogs and I had some Pogs, and basically you put in your Pog as an ante, and I put in my Pog, and then you've got a slammer. This is the Eliminator Slammer. This is $5, and for a 13-year-old kid, that's expensive. You got to wash cars, sell lemonade, fucking, it's bullshit. Borrow money for your ticket in advance. I had a paper route, so anyway, but I'm going to tell you how I got all my Pogs, and I didn't pay for them. I ripped them off. Gangsta. So this is the Eliminator Slammer with the hang 10 feet. This is official. And what you do, everybody has you got a slammer, I got a slammer, and you're going to throw the slammer down, and you flip the Pogs over. You attempt to, and if they land face up, then you keep the Pogs. Okay, and if they land face down, then you just, maybe one lands up and you keep that and the other one down, so you restack that, and you take turns. And that little tiddlywinks trick is like, you flipping them over like that. Bam. That's it. That's what I got disqualified for. Fucking motherfucker. So anyway, so you just kind of put the 2 fingers on there and you flip it. Oh, I fucked up. Look at that. Man, I need to practice more. There you go. Bam. I keep those Pogs. So basically, like, what we would do is in Pogs, like there's like I said, the 1 and the 2, that's a normal game of Pogs. But there's a modified version which is called Imperium. Now Imperium is basically where you make like 3 separate stacks. For example, let's say I put in 15 Pogs and you put in 15 Pogs. So your ante is much bigger, and basically you put them in a stack like that. This is just a whatever, 4, 8, 12, whatever. And so basically it's a 3-way stack like that. So that's why I can hustle you into putting 15 Pogs, or maybe I say let's do 50 Pog Imperium, where you put in 25 Pogs, I put in 25 Pogs, and then basically you just go ham right here, bam, and see what I can get. Now if you hit it right in the middle, you can flip them all over. And if you get good, one fucking slam will get you fucking 50 Pogs, and you can clean a motherfucker out real quick. But then there was rules. There was, like, for example, these are Lucky Frog Pogs right here. It says Lucky Frog on it. And there's other ones that are called Poison, which usually had like a skull and a crossbones. Or there was one that it was like an 8-ball, a pool ball, and they all had different rules. Like, for example, the Lucky Frog Pog, let's say you had a stack of Pogs right over here, and they were sitting to the side. Now you could have 5 like this, or you could have a big ass stack. And we ante up, and I pull out a lucky frog, motherfucker. I put that in that frog. If you don't have a lucky frog on your side, and basically like you flip it heads or tails, who goes first? Let's say I go first, and I put out that lucky frog, and I don't get the Pogs over, then it's your turn. But if you don't flip them over, not only do I keep the Pogs, I also keep your whole stack. Bam. So it gets gangster. This shit gets cutthroat. There was another one called Poison. And if you put the Poison Pog out, then basically, if you don't get the Pog flipped over, then I would get to steal your slammer. And you could also do stuff like grabbing it. Like if you try to put it down and it bounces and I go, you know, I could snatch your slammer. And those, I guess I said, like those slammers cost like $5. So if you're a hustler, you can come up in the Pog game real quick. Now, me and my friends that you guys have seen on my YouTube, Jose and Justin, well, we're like the bad boys of Segundo Middle School, trashing fucking bathrooms and stealing kids' Pogs. So Jose and I, basically, we would go over to the elementary school where the fourth graders were playing, and we would go hustle them out of their Pogs. And some of these kids would have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 Pogs in their backpack. So we pull out that lucky frog and run off with their shit. Not only that, there was this card shop down the street. It was called Don's Card Shop of El Segundo. And this old dude, he sold baseball cards there. And we used to go into this baseball card shop, and basically we would gank his shit. Justin would ask Don, the owner, he'd be like, you know, I want the Ken Griffey Jr. card. You know, do you have another one in the back? Because he had a case with like them under the glass. And so he'd go in the back, and we would like lean over the case and we'd swing shit. I still got all these old like complete sets. I ripped all these off. You know, I just fucking grab them and run. 13 years old doing on some gangster shit. I got a whole box full of fucking baseball cards. I need to sell them. Because I don't really, they're just taking up space now. But back in the day, it's like, you know, having that Ken Griffey Jr. card, you know, like worth like $25. And, you know, that was cool. Like, you get to show it off for fucking to friends, bragging. Like, anyway, so he started selling Pogs there. So we stopped ripping off baseball cards and we started ripping off all the Pogs. And he had not just cases like this, like I said, he had the tall cases. Anyway, within a couple months, by the end of 1993, I had about 20,000 fucking Pogs. So, and they came in, I had them in folders. I had them all in complete sets, like I say, like these ones right here, like things that make you go boom. You'll notice that, then they got the, like that kind of tealish one. And they got fucking, where'd it go? The purple and, should be a blue, yeah. Right here, the blue. So they come in sets of 4 usually, sometimes in 8, sometimes in sets of 12, and there were sports Pogs that were like in sets of 20s and 40s. And so I had them all in plastic sleeves, and they were all organized and shit. And I was bringing them to school. I had 2 folders, and I had all, basically I was running around fucking El Segundo Middle School with 20,000 fucking Pogs in my backpack, which is cool because, you know, you get envied by other guys and you get, you know, pursued by women. And because girls are, you know, at the time, like that's this, when you, the more Pogs you have is status in middle school. So, you know, rolling up on a Dyno VFR bike with Oakley shades and fucking, you know, a whole stack of fucking Pogs, like you're the man, you're the shit. And whether you have a pager, a Motorola fucking pager, bam. Or the one, I had the one where on the side you see the numbers, which is like $120 and shit like that, the Bravo. So, boss nigga back in the day. Shit. Getting hugs and like slow dances at the Christmas dance from all the fucking hot middle school girls over there. Like, what were they playing? Vanessa Williams, Save the Best for Last. Whitney Houston, I Will Always Love You. That's on the Bodyguard soundtrack. Yeah. Taking girls to go ice skating over at Culver City. Little dates, little middle school dates. You know, play Truth or Dare, spin the bottle and that kind of shit. 11 Minutes in Heaven. You know. All on them Pogs, homie. So, anyway, I had 20,000 fucking Pogs. So, I started getting that rep and went to Disneyland and tried to compete in the fucking Nationals or whatever the fuck it was called. And, like I said, I got all the way to the semifinals, where it was me and the other dude battling for third and fourth place, and the other dude going for like first and second, and then I think the guy that won me, the older dude, the 26-year-old dude, he ended up playing between the other dude, the first and second. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyway, so that was the end of my journey, but I feel like I took it to the top. Like I said, I'm still I'm disappointed over that loss still, you know, and I'm going to be 38 years old next year, and you know, it still hurts, though, you know, because I was going to come home fucking with that trophy, you know, but I came home with the t-shirt. I'm not going to lie either. I was balling. I cried my eyes out, you know. My mom was trying to like console me, telling me like, honey, it's just Pogs. It's just a game. To me, like, it wasn't a game. Like, this is Pogs. This is me becoming the master, the best Pog player in the fucking world. Like, I'm gonna, you know, whoever wins that competition is gonna be on fucking international TV. They're gonna be seen all through United States, Europe. Get that fucking respect. You know, I was hoping to go back to my my middle school as a, you know, fucking Pog champion, bro. But it was all good, you know. I went back. I still got mad love, you know, from the homies and shit. So, but yeah, it is what it is. But anyway, Pogs was great. You know, it was a good time, and look back with fond memories of the days of Pogs. Pogs are well, technically they're milk caps, and it was derived from Hawaii, like basically in the 1920s and 30s, and some dude, you know, a rich dude, saw some bums basically flipping, you know, under a bridge flipping milk caps, and he saw it and he's like, oh man, I'm gonna, you know, make this into a game and market it. And over the years, it finally became fucking mainstream. The weird thing about Pogs is by the end of 1994, they vanished basically off the face of the earth. Just it was one of the hugest fads that exploded for those 2 years, 93, 94, and then just disappeared. It literally it vanished. And anyway, I'm just sharing the tale. So it's a big part of history, but you know, a lot of people don't know about those Pogs. Anyway, just wanted to share that with you. Hope you enjoyed my story of being a Pog Master. I thought about writing a book about it. Got some old pictures and stuff, and could kind of explain all the rules and make, like, you know, maybe we'll bring it back, you know, 2018. Fucking slamming. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next one. This is Ryan J. Peace.